Take a look at this video. This was taken off the 241 toll road earlier this morning. The fire actually jumped that road and it is now completely shut down from the 133 to Santiago Canyon.
I believe this is the largest evacuation within the city's recent history. Some 90,000 people were ordered to leave their homes.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about the Silverado fire that broke out in California about 2 weeks ago. Before we get into the video, I thought I would explain a little of the backstory of how we found out about the fire. So on October 26th, 2 days after our wedding, we got on a plane at 7 a.m. from Texas to Vegas. We're on the plane, we land in Vegas, and we realize that there is a evacuation order exactly where we live. We are realizing that as soon as we land in California, we are not going to be able to go home, which is really scary. First of all, the plane ride from Vegas to California was horrible, and it was not the pilot's fault. The wind was so strong. So usually where you fly in from Vegas to Orange County, you go right over where the fire was. So they had to do a full different route than what they're used to in order to get us to land. So the plane was very rocky because the winds were so strong. Usually you get turbulence and it takes about a minute or two and you go back to being steady. This was a full 15 minutes of turbulence. That's how strong the wind was. And it was like moving like this and at the same time like this. And it was terrifying. So finally we land safely. Thank God. First of all, the air quality that was in Orange County that day was horrible. So we land and we're like, we can't go home because the evacuation was at 9 a.m. We end up trying to find a hotel room. So we just checked into a hotel because the fire is right behind our house, which is really scary. I just glad we're okay. And we're like, you know what? Let's try to go get our cars. Forget our stuff in our house. Let's just go get the cars because we have 2 more cars here at the house. And we were like, we're still gonna have to go to work the next day. This was on a Monday. So we risk it and go get the cars, and as soon as I'm about to get off the car to get into Gustav's truck, the smoke was so bad. And mind you, I'm wearing a mask and it was so bad. I felt like I was choking. I was like, you know what? I'm staying in this car. Me and my mom got out of there. I'm going to insert some footage as well of what we saw, but basically the sky was orange. I'd never seen nothing like it. Of course, you see it in movies, but you're like, oh, that'll never happen. So I'm vlogging on my phone, but it is October 26th, Monday, and as soon as we landed in California this morning, we got word that we had to evacuate our house. We didn't go to the house immediately because we just landed and it was a lot of traffic. But we made it to our hotel room, and Stoll's actually asleep right now. It's been a long day. All you want to do once you've been traveling for 2 weeks and everything with the wedding is pretty much just be in your house, in your bed, and relax. And we cannot do that. So we're in a hotel room. I want to show you guys the view. So this is the hotel room view. Looks so pretty. You can see the sky is kind of clearing up, but we're a little bit farther from where we live. And so it looks pretty good. And then we just have all our stuff from our trip. I don't have any clothes, so if our house does burn, I'm not going to have any clothes, which is fine. The material stuff, it's not a big deal. I'm just glad we went to go get our cars and a few things, and it was pretty crazy with the smoke. It like chokes you, so I'm glad we got out of there just in time, and it's fine if we didn't take all our stuff. I'm just glad we're safe. But over here we just have a TV, some luggage that we had, and then like just a small restroom, which this light is amazing. Ignore my hair, it's been crazy. But I'm just glad we have a place to stay because a lot of people don't, and they were in shelters, so I'm glad that we found a room in time to stay for. Again, sorry I'm vlogging on my phone. I can't find my camera. So I need to do that and find it. But I thought I would just, you know, in the 4.5 years we've lived in California, we've never had to evacuate for a fire. So this is really scary. There's never fires around our house, and now there is. So it's really terrifying to be out of town for that long and then come home to this. It's very stressful. So I thought I would vlog about it. I'm going to insert some clips from earlier when we went to our house to get our cars. It is really scary. The camera does not do it justice. It was a lot more scary. It was like raining ashes and the smoke was really bad. So keep us in your thoughts and prayers. Fingers crossed our house does not burn down, and I'll keep you guys updated. So it's day 2 of living in a hotel room, and I'm just watching some of my videos. I actually got sick from the smoke because the smoke is so bad and just the air quality is just not healthy. So I'm actually in bed, and it's like, what time is it? It is 6 p.m. and I'm in bed. So as I was saying, I'm feeling really sick because of the smoke. I couldn't breathe at all. Just the air quality in itself was really bad, and on top of that, I think a lot has happened in the last couple of days. We had a wedding. We were gone for 2 weeks, and then the first thing you want to do is just come home, and we couldn't go home, and so it was really frustrating and stressful and just worried about what was going to happen to our house. So I think if I just rest, I should be okay. And I just pray to God that this all ends really soon because I'm ready to go home. Also, thank you so much for everyone who reached out to Gustavo and I and offered to help and just checked on us or offered a place to stay. We really appreciate that from the bottom of our heart because it was a lot trying to just travel and coming home and not being able to know if we can even go home. As of right now, our house is not burned. It should be okay. So fingers crossed, but prayers are definitely much appreciated. So on our way to the house, there was a firefighter truck, and they were going to put out more fires, as you can see. It's pretty crazy because you can still see the smoke where the arrow is, and that's just a fire that is still burning. And everywhere that is darker and black is all that burned, which is crazy. The camera does not do it justice. It's so much has burned. I believe it was like 13,000 acres. And so it's just surrounding all these communities, and it's pretty intense. So here we're entering the community, and on the right, all those trees burned. You can even still see some of the firefighters there just keeping an eye on everything. And so our community turned on all the sprinklers to kind of help the firefighters protect against the fire. So I think that helped because it's harder for green grass that's kept up to burn. But as you can see, all that burned. And the next block is literally houses. My room is okay. A little messy, but it's good. Thank God. Okay, so I'm in my room and I'm having to wear this mask because the smoke is so overwhelming by the house. But I'm just happy that our house is okay. Thank God, because I was so worried. We should be able to come home probably tomorrow. So fingers crossed. So I'm vlogging on my phone because I can't find my camera, but we slept on the couch last night. The smoke is still really bad. I'm pretty sure I'm allergic to it because I cannot breathe at all. But we're gonna try and find somewhere else to stay. It kind of sucks. We did put a claim with our insurance, so hopefully that comes through because it's really expensive. But I'm just ready for all the smoke to be over because this sucks so bad. You can't even breathe. So, I mean, praying for the firefighters and everything because I don't know how they do it. It is so strong. So, I'm actually gonna put on a different mask because this one is not protecting anything. Sorry if I look like crap, but I just don't feel good. And I don't want to stay here. So we're outside my house and we tried to sleep last night here and the smoke was so bad, so the air quality was really bad. And I couldn't sleep. I was up all night coughing, and we only could find one air purifier that I gave my mom for Christmas last year. All boarded up because of the election. So scary. So we got this machine. It's called a Windex, and it's supposed to help us clear the air so it doesn't smell like smoke in here. So hopefully this really helps and we can stay here tonight. The fire also burned here, and it's pretty crazy because there used to be so many trees there. So it was very scary, and you don't really know what to expect. All we know is the fire was right behind our community, and we didn't know if we were going to come back to a house. So we put a claim with insurance and let them take care of the rest, which was good, but it was very, very scary. After traveling for 2 weeks and being stressed with the wedding, all you want to do is come home and relax, and then the next day go to work. We didn't get to do that. So I think all the stress built on that, I got really sick, which was, I never really get sick. I got really sick, and it was just a lot. So I filmed it because I wanted to document an experience that I had, because I hear about fires all the time in California. And it never dawned on me until it happened to me of how traumatic this is and how serious the fires are. So shout out to all the firefighters, all the first responders on the fires, because that is a serious job. And I appreciate it 100,000%. Thank you guys for clicking on this video and watching. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up. And I'm just happy to be at home, safe. My house ended up being safe. So we ended up getting to stay here last night, and the air purifiers worked tremendously. It was actually crazy because they worked so well. I'm just happy to be home. I just want to relax at home since we've been gone for so long. And I just want to say thanks again to everyone who reached out, made sure we were okay, prayed for us, because that meant a lot. And you never know what someone's going through in a fire evacuation. Like I mentioned a million times before, in California you hear about fires all the time, but you never know what they're going through until you actually go through it yourself. And so this experience taught me so much about fires, and I have a newfound appreciation for firefighters and first responders, because that's a tough job. So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you give it a big thumbs up. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure to subscribe to my channel. It really helps me out a lot. And just thanks again for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.